It looks like one of our development parts didn't fare too well in testing. I've put it on hold for now. You can restart work from the laptop. We're going to have to go back now and make some adjustments in order to get the final numbers looking more like we were expecting from the simulation.
Yes, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode in my F1 2017 career mode today. Unfortunately, starting off with some bad news that the development part that I wanted to upgrade in the last episode has failed. So unfortunately we'll have to wait to get that until the next episode, but without further ado, let's get into practice and get those points that we need to recover the development part.
Welcome to the north of Italy, where today's practice session is about to start for this weekend's Italian Grand Prix. One of the most famous corners here at Monza is the Variante del Rettifiglio, the first corner chicane. It's been the scene of so many first-lap incidents over the years, and I think the teams will be holding their breath, hoping that they make it through that corner cleanly at the start today.
This is such a tricky corner to find the right braking point for. You approach it around 220 miles per hour down the main straight, then scrub off 170 miles per hour in just over 100 meters. It's very easy, therefore, to overshoot and end up driving through the escape road.
So here we are then, starting our practice programs as per usual, getting it all purple across the board in the track acclimatization. I have to say, I love Monza. It's that I've been there in real life and it's just amazing. And coming across the line after the tyre wear test in the green, which, alright, it was average, really, as it says there on screen. But as all of you may know, I'm still on holiday when this video goes out, but I'll be coming back next week. So hopefully the videos will go back to normal after that. But yeah, I'm just sorry that the fact that I've only been able to get 2 videos out over the past 2 weeks, I've just not had time. I just didn't have time before I went on holiday to do any more, which is really unfortunate. But coming across the line now to finish our race strategy program. But without further ado, let's get into qualifying and see where we can qualify.
Qualifying is about to start here at the Autodromo di Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. The teams are about to head out onto the track any minute now.
So here we are then, starting our qualifying run here around Monza. Hopefully we can get a good position, but I'm not expecting to be high up in the grid because we've got a Renault engine and obviously it's not very fast in a straight line. But yeah, coming across the line now to finish our first lap of the session, which puts us in 4th in between Massa and Grosjean, which was alright. And coming up to the end of qualifying now, we are coming up to the line, we are 2 tenths up, is that 3 tenths up? I can't quite see, but we cross the line and we end up qualifying in P15, so not bad for the Grand Prix, but let's see what we can do.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top 3 are Hamilton, Massa and Kimi Räikkönen. The grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action. And until then, it's goodbye.
So, qualifying in P15 then, hopefully we can have a good start to the race and get up into the points again. Actually out-qualifying our teammate for once, which is surprising. Another surprising thing is that McLaren on 19th and 20th, which is what I would have thought. But not bad there. Hopefully we can get into the points during the Grand Prix, I hope, and beat the Force Indias as per usual. But without further ado, I will now hand over to Crofty and Nancy Gableton to introduce you to the Grand Prix of Italy.
It's race day here in Italy once again. Monza, home to so many records. The smallest winning margin, for example. It's a very tight turn 1 here and a very big braking zone. It's a corner, Anthony Davidson, where we've seen a number of lap 1 incidents in the past.
As you say, it's a very small piece of track when you have more than just one car trying to go through it. The actual run down towards the chicane is quite wide, so off the start, we'll often see drivers running 2 or maybe 3 abreast as they come up towards the braking zone. Everyone wants to brake late, of course, to win track position, and that tends to be where we see a lot of contact. And you'll see the more experienced drivers kind of hang back a little into here and focus more on picking up the pieces from other people's incidents.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Felipe Massa alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Vettel, Lance Stroll, and Bottas, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Ocon, and Roman Grosjean, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Jolyon Palmer, and Perez, Toro Rosso, Sainz, Marcus Ericsson, and Fernando Alonso. Wehrlein and Stoffel van Dorn completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
It's a long run to turn one. Be careful with diving in, as it's going to get very tight very quickly. Good luck.
Jeff there telling me how to drive an F1 car. Makes me think whether he should be an F1 driver or not. But there's the strategy then. Going from mediums to super softs, which was a bit strange at the time, but I just went along with it anyway. Put more fuel in the car as I normally do now, because I like to run in rich mix for at least a couple of laps in the race, and hopefully we're going to get a good start to this race. I hope. As we now pull away for the formation lap, leaving a massive plume of smoke behind us, and we're just doing the normal thing we do on a formation lap now. But as we are now going to line up on the grid for the 5 red lights. Now we've got 3 lights, it's 4 lights, it's 5 lights. It's lights out, and away we go here for the Italian Grand Prix. We've got off to a, well, they've actually bogged down and our teammate just steamed past us, but we're now on the inside line for the first corner, which is where you want to be, and now we are going to dive it down the inside of pretty much everyone. Get really close to the Ricciardo's rear wheel there. We hit the large sausage curb on the inside there. We did get tapped on the rear end, I think, and now as we're now coming around the Curva Grande in 10th place, so we're up into the points already on the medium tyres, so which is it's good that. As we're now coming down into the chicane, the AI have broken really early. I decided to do a dive, a late dive on Ocon. He pushes out wide, we're in the gravel, and unfortunately we didn't manage to get the position there. But the same position in the next lap, we we try to do the same thing, but there's yellow. Okay, there was a Mercedes in the middle of the road. I don't know who it was. I think it was Bottas maybe, or Hamilton. Well, it was obviously Bottas or Hamilton, but I don't know. But it's called a VSC, and that really caught me by surprise, because I literally had no idea he was there until the force injury passed him. I had no idea he was there. But here we are now, coming after the end of the VSC, coming down the pit straight now with the slipstream on Ocon. I think this is Ocon. Yes, Ocon. Slipstream on the force injury now. Surprisingly good straight line speed here from the Renault engine. I wasn't really on the versus the Mercedes engine in the back of the Force India anyway. As Ocon locks up down the outside, managed to go round the outside here, and we're now up into 8th place. As there's more yellow flags behind us, I think. As Kevin Magnussen is now out of the Grand Prix, which is quite surprising, because I had no idea there was no any issues with him. But we've now got Ocon diving it down our inside. He tries to go down our inside, but luckily we defend very well, and we keep hold of 8th place. Now moving on to lap 5, coming down towards the Ascari chicane once again. Well, no, actually not once again. Grosjean now, we've got past Ocon, is now going to attack us into the Ascari chicane. We hold it down the inside. He's locked up massively, and we manage to just hold on to our position there. And we get very squirrely out of the Ascari chicane. We've now got Perez behind us now. Jesus, I don't know how many people are behind us, but I really hope there's not that many people. But now we have a safety car. The very first safety car of this career mode in its coming Italy. There it is, there's proof. And I was quite shocked really that something caused a safety car. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't find it on the replay cameras either. But it was just really strange. But now coming to the end of the safety car now, obviously we're now right behind Ricciardo once again, because he was the car ahead of us. Obviously he's hoping to get a good point haul in this race, because he's not faring that well in the driver's standings at the minute. But we're now off on the restart here. Now we're going to use the slipstream of pretty much every other car in front of us to get past Ricciardo. Hopefully we can get past him with one of his own dive bomb moves down into the first corner. Big shout out to Ricciardo on that overtake of Ricciardo on Raikkonen, by the way, on the weekend. But we dive it down the inside of Ricciardo. We do a Ricciardo-esque move there, and now we're up into 7th place. So not a bad Grand Prix so far. But cutting on to lap 17 now, coming in for our first pit stop, as everyone else pit a while ago, because obviously they were super softs. And coming in for softs now, because obviously the mediums didn't last as long as I think they would last. So I decided to go on to softs for the last 10 laps, and, you know, try and smash out a few laps on the softs, as Verstappen is going to go up into second place here. He is, and Massa is going to go up into third. Oh, am I going to come out in fifth? Because there's nobody behind Ocon for a while. I'm going to come out in fifth place. I've somehow... My teammate is behind me. What's going on? I don't know what's just happened there, but we've somehow come out in fifth place, and now I think Jeff said to me that Ocon had an issue, and obviously we're now going to drive straight past him, because I think he had some whole mechanical issue. I can't remember what it was, but I couldn't find the radio message in the edit. We're now up into fourth place in the fourth place, and now as we cut on to lap 25 now, we've now got Bottas behind us. So obviously he was the one who must have spun, or he got held up in the pits, or he's done a two-stop. I don't know, but he just got past us with ease there. But I wasn't really going to hold him up. But as we now come around the final corner to somehow take fifth place. I have no idea how we got fifth place, but what a race anyway.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today.
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
So, here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Kimi Räikkönen, who extends his advantage at the top of the championship. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
I think I'll have to give it to the Toro Rosso driver. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think anyone else did a better job today.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso's strong weekend allows them to continue their march up the table. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Until next time though, goodbye.
So what a strange Grand Prix that was. As you saw there, Raikkonen won, so Ferrari won at Italy, but Vettel finished in, I think that was 17th, and a minute 11 behind his own teammate. But with that result, we move above Sergio Perez now in the driver's standings by 5 points. So going quite well so far in 7th place. Ricciardo was slowly catching up, I think. I don't know. And Raikkonen has extended his lead in the championship as Hamilton finished 11th. So he must have been the one that spun out at the start of the race. I can't remember. But Toro Rosso have now moved up into 5th place once again, and Ferrari have moved 12 points ahead of Mercedes. So that's a bit of a shock there from that, because they were really close together. But that's the end of this Grand Prix, and now I will move on to an invitational event which I took on, I think it was the Japan short race. So I will see you at the grid for the Japan short race in the F2007.
Here we are then, the calm before the storm, as we wait for this field of iconic cars to burst into life for the historic invitational event today. I'm delighted to have the opportunity to be here, and welcome along to all of you at home as well. So grab a cup of tea and get ready as our competitors make their final preparations.
So here we are then on the grid. As per usual, I'm going to let you watch the replays without any commentary. So it's just going to be a normal race. So without further ado, hope you'll enjoy this episode. Please leave a like and comment, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.